What's up guys, and welcome back to Tech Plant. Today I have a video I'm super excited to show you, and I'm going to end up revealing all the carnivorous plants that I purchased recently, and I just can't wait to show you. I got these all from a guy actually in my city who I ended up meeting through a Facebook group about carnivorous plants, and he had quite the cool collection, and he was awesome, and he hooked me up with some cool plants, and I highly recommend them. But I'll talk more about that after I show you the plants, so let's go check them out. Alright guys, so here is the great reveal, and I hope you are as excited as I am. Lucky for me, when I got to see Jack's collection, he had quite a variety of different types of carnivorous plants. I have pitcher plants, sundews, pingulas I believe they're called, and I have even Venus flytraps, so it's pretty awesome. Here's obviously the entire collection of what I ended up purchasing from Jack, and it's pretty awesome, and it's a very good variety, at least for me, because this is again my first purchase of plants from starting with just that single Drosera rotundifolia that I already had. And as you can notice here, most of these are actually sundews, so that's kind of what I like the most, but we'll see how my taste changes as I continue to raise these. So this video is just going to be me kind of debuting each plant, so you'll just see each one in the close-ups and I'll tell you their names. Alright, so this is a Sarahcena, and this is a type of pitcher plant. This one is going to be pretty interesting because I do have two of them, and they were actually open pollinated. This one was a mix between, I guess, Sarahcena Catspy and a Sarahcena Bengal Tiger. These are pretty cool because they do have like these very like red veins that kind of contrast against the bright green, so I think it's pretty cool. However, the other plant that I have that both came from the same set of seeds is much darker and red, so I have like almost two types, but they came from the same mother. These plants actually capture bugs by luring them kind of into the tube, so each one of these things is hollow and bugs kind of fall in along with some like rainwater and whatever liquids they produce, and they kind of digest them in their stomach. This next one is a sundew, and it is Drosera galmogolensis, I guess is how you would pronounce it, and it's a very different one than I have. It's kind of got slightly longer leaves, but it turns very bright red, and I think it's pretty cool. When looking closer at this one, it actually has quite a bit of like sundew on it, and it's pretty neat. I do think this might actually grow vertically, but I'm not sure. Again, this is a new species to me, so just as I raise it, I'll find out. Alright, this next one I'm revealing is actually one I really like. This one is Drosera bermani. I really like the tight pattern and how the leaves kind of grow around in like a perfect circle. And another really cool thing is these have like the little trigger tentacles on them that actually move quite fast. They don't have dew on them, but they're there to kind of like flip the bug into the dew. In the future, I'll try and capture this in action, but right now they're kind of all stuck in the soil. This next one is actually called Emerald Envy. Now, you might not know this if you're not really into carnivorous plants, but there's a lot of people that kind of breed and create hybrids or just different types, and then they constantly clone them in order to sell that same style. I really love the color of this one because the leaves remain pretty darn green, but yet it has such like red tentacles and edges, and just the pattern and colors are pretty beautiful. Its more scientific name is actually Drosera capillaris, but because this is a cultivar, they call it Emerald Envy. This next one is Sarah Tamlyn, and SG I guess is part of its name. Again, I'm not really sure how these cultivars work, and I do struggle to look some of them up, but this one's pretty neat because it'll get pretty darn like dark red if you give it enough light. And it also has pretty darn big leaves, which is, this might be the biggest like rosette style Drosera species that I have now. This one also seems to be growing the quickest. It's really producing lots of huge leaves, and it's pretty exciting to watch. Alright, this next one is actually super cool and totally different from the last ones I've shown you. This one is called Drosera filiformis, and this is like the Tracy, I guess, version or cultivar, and I just love how it has these super long tentacles. In this video, not so much, but I kind of put them in a really humid dome, and they're getting such sticky leaves. I'll show you an update video on these soon, but I really love this one. I like how it looks. Alright, so this is going to be the last sundew that I'm going to reveal to you, and this one is called Drosera Loris. This one's actually pretty cool because it kind of bushes up and kind of breeds itself, so I don't have to do any propagation. It will just kind of slowly spread. Right now I could probably separate it and get two plants out of it, so I'm pretty excited about that. And it just creates a really cool like bushy growth with like just beautiful dewy leaves at the end. Up close with the macro lens, these plants just really shine in their beauty. I just really like just the dew and how it grows on there, and it just always looks like gems or some sort of like crystals. It's just super cool. Alright, and here is the big Venus flytrap. This is the B52 cultivar, and it is named that way because of how large they are. Another kind of specific to this one is that it's very red on the inside of the traps while remaining green on like the arms of it. It's a pretty cool thing. I'm glad that this is going to be my first Venus flytrap because they are pretty incredible looking. I have not had a chance to feed this an actual fly or insect, but once summer comes around, I can't wait to try and see if it can catch something. Alright, so this last one is a different style, and this one is a Pingu Keela, and this is the Aphrodite cultivar or species. I'm not quite sure. I don't know much about these, but Jack was kind enough to kind of throw this one as a freebie, so I'm going to try and raise it and see how it goes. But it's pretty neat, and it's definitely different from all the rest. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that footage as much as I did, and I hope you liked to see all the cool plants that I got. Again, this was from a guy named Jack. I met him through a Facebook group about carnivorous plants, and he happened to live in my city, so I contacted him and he hooked me up with some really cool plants. I highly suggest that you shop and buy from him. I will put a link to his shop in the description. He's really cool. He's got a nice collection, and I think he's just a good all-around guy, so I think he's worth buying from. But anyways, I hope you guys like this new carnivorous plant thing I'm doing. I got another video coming out shortly about how to make a nice home for them. And if you really want to see anything else, just let me know in the comments and hit that like button. It helps me out. It helps boost my videos so I get some views, because as of lately, views have been coming in very slow. I don't know why, or maybe my videos suck, but whatever. We can talk about that next time. But as always, I hope your plants are going strong and healthy. I'll see you next time.